It's Fond du Lac's New Country, 107.1 The Bull. Big Al with you this morning. Love bringing this guest in studio with me. Straight out of Nashville, singer-songwriter, Keith Sweat enthusiast, can I say?
If you listen to the interview from last time, he did come up a few times. Yeah.
Our conversations always go to some strange place, but I always love it. Mr. Mike Thiel.
What's happening now? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
You've been spending a load of time in Nashville. 3 years you've been in Nashville.
Yeah,
now.
It's been 3 years now. I can't believe it.
You were a former Valley resident playing music here under the pseudonym Eric Lives Here.
Correct, yeah.
Eric Lives Here.
Yeah, Eric Lives Here still exists, but I changed genres. So that's actually electronic sports rock. And Eric Lives Here, to me, used to be, it was more like becoming an all-genre catalog for me. And I actually just loaded up this new country rock project, and that's why I'm here. It's called Backroad Slang.
I love it. So you sent me, we'll play this in a little bit. Give me the title again.
Come on in.
Come on in. There it is. And so we'll be playing that in a second.
You must have listened to it a lot.
I heard it a couple times. You sent it to me, first of all, at like 3 in the morning.
Must have been a great hook. Yeah, I know. I was like, I wonder if Al's still up. Probably not.
3 in the morning, I think I got it. So I listened this morning. So come on in. Sweet guitar hook in the beginning. And even some good chant, like very repeatable, like chanting lyrics as well.
It's loaded with hooks. And I mean, the whole thing with Backroad Slang, I moved to Nashville a couple years ago. And as a songwriter, you grow and you adapt to your environment. So it's no surprise that in moving to Nashville, my songs started to have a heavier country influence. And like I said before, Eric Lives Here has been my all-genre songwriting catalog for such a long time. It had country and rock and electronic. Basically, whatever 107.1 would change format to, I would change format to.
You made the move with us.
Yeah, just so that you could have more songs to play. Oh, Al, you went country? Funny you say that.
I have some songs for you.
I have something for you. So I started to develop these probably like 5 or 6 songs, and they all had a different flavor and different feel and sound to them. And I started to think, I think these songs are actually their own thing. I think they're their own project, their own band. And, long story short, I was batting that idea around for about a year, and I just needed a few things to fall in line to make it happen. And then I met a drummer in Nashville by the name of Scotty Cormus. We started talking, and I told him the vision of the new band I was working on, and he was like, awesome, I'm in. And we started the band 3 days later.
You move quickly in Nashville. You find a guy that works and...
Yeah, well... And that's the thing is, I mean, you know this too, just being in music. But when it's almost like finding friends or anything in life. Some people you just really connect with easily. You don't have to work for it. Mm-hmm. And some people you have to work a little bit harder to achieve the same thing. Whenever you share the same vision with someone in music, and that happens, to me that's something special, because I think that's really, really hard to find, is to have two people really on the same page about everything, to creating songs and producing songs and what the band should be about. And, Scotty's a great drummer. I mean, he had been a drummer on CMT for seasons. He was actually the drummer on the Singing Bee.
Really?
Do you remember that show? Yeah. So he did that, and we started to get deep into this track. I actually wrote the song with my friend Mason Douglas in Nashville, and then brought the demo to Scotty to have him lay drums on, and he listened to it and he's like, hey, I'd actually like a shot at mixing this record. And so he mixed it and ended up producing it as well. And it was basically us in the studio together and sending emails back and forth like, what about this or this, or maybe we should move this, 2 seconds this way, or I don't know if I like that guitar lick. Let's get a different one. And I think when you listen to the song, you'll hear those intricate things in the song, because the beauty is we actually got to take time with it. We weren't rushed. Because everything was done in-house. We weren't pushed out of a studio or worried about rates. We got to make this song exactly how we wanted to make it.
There's a lot of work that goes into making a song sound the way it does.
Yeah.
It's down to playing, it's down to writing, it's down to the way it's produced. And if you can do that all on your own, you'll save thousands of dollars, especially in Nashville.
Oh yeah, definitely. Save a lot of money. Still costs a lot of money somehow. But you do save a lot of money.
You bank on the fact that it's one day gonna catch someone's ear the right way.
Yeah, well, 107.1. This is the big breakout.
I have a lot of high-end record execs that listen to the show. So.
Is that who's actually staring at us right now through the window here?
we got a crowd of them out here outside the windows.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, right on. All right.
Jimmy's interested. Well, yeah, we'll play this song coming up. A little bit just on Nashville. So I was down in Nashville back in March, I think it was, early March. Every year for the last 5 years, I think. And this last year, there were like 2 new skyscrapers downtown. There was like this bar. This is how I knew it had gotten a little too big. Like there's this barbecue place, which at the time I thought was kind of like underground and hip, and it's called Peg Leg Porker. And it's in the Gulch. They added a second level to this place. I was like, all right, that means it's getting out of control.
Well, when it starts getting really popular, then you'll get the rooftop patio, like they do everywhere else. I think almost every bar on Broadway now has a rooftop patio.
Jason Aldean's got one down there. Florida Georgia Line built some, and I think Dierks Bentley had.
Yep, Dierks Bentley, Big and Rich, I believe, have one down there. Alan Jackson has a bar on Broadway now. So yeah, all the stars are getting in on it.
So where do you get to around the city? I mean, do you battle through that stuff, or do you find different neighborhoods to go into?
You know, as when you first get there, it's a little bit like you're on vacation. So you're almost like a tourist for the first while. And now I think like everyone, after you live there for a couple years, you avoid Broadway like the plague.
That's what I hear from residents all the time.
But at nighttime, it gets pretty wild down there. And
you wait outside of Tootsie's or any of those places for hours waiting to get in.
Yeah, it's kind of like mini Vegas, it seems like, how people are treating it. I mean, if you go to Nashville without seeing a bachelor or bachelorette party, then you must be in a different city.
You had a blindfold on.
Yeah, you went to Nashville, Indiana. Then you're in the wrong one.
Well, we're gonna play. This is "Come On In."
Come on in.
This will be now my 4th time listening, so I have listened. Don't call me out like that. We'll listen to that coming up. But where can they find all your music? Where can they find you? All your everything.
Yeah, so everything. If I'm just promoting the country rock single that you're about to hear, the band is called Backroad Slang. 2 words. You can type it in on Google or go to backroadslang.com. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Facebook, wherever anyone else is, you'll be able to find Backroad Slang. And if you're interested in the other songs as well, like MVP, you can type in Eric Lives Here, ERIC, Lives Here on Google. Say all the same places Backroad Slang is.
All right, we'll get it all linked up on our Facebook page as well. Mike Thiel, always love it when you come and visit us.
Love to come back home, man.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Come on in, come on over, just kick back and let's get closer. Come on in. Still rolling inside my head like a melody, like a 45 spinning to the rhythm, just you and me. It was just one night, but it feels like forever. My skin, your skin, our bodies together. If you think about lightning ever striking twice, then come on in, come on over, just kick back and let's get closer. Let your head down anytime. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. Come on in. For you the door is always open. Come on in.
107.1